Good morning, it's Leanne Peters here. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube, and I'm here to pull some cards, yay, and share some guidance for this week ahead. That's this week starting Wednesday the 15th of February through till Tuesday the 21st of February 2023. So I'm out at the moment, on location we could say, so hopefully the internet is stable and that the stream works successfully. So welcome. I want to send out an extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. So I'm coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia, where it is Wednesday the 15th of February here, and it's exactly what time? 9:04 a.m. So welcome. If you're new to watching, what I'm going to be doing is using my oracle cards that I created. I've got two decks combined here, the Speed of Light Oracle and my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards. So I've got 110 cards in my hand, and I'm going to use this deck to look for the best cards for the majority of us for this week ahead. I'm not pulling cards for individuals, so this is general guidance for everyone, and I trust that you've been led here for a reason. I trust that something shared supports you and resonates with you at this time. Take on board what feels right and what does resonate, and let the rest go. It doesn't matter. Now, how about last week? I don't know about you, but what an intense week. And, you know, it's not surprising when I was looking back on last week's theme card, being the Cobra Bite, which is about truth. And I don't know about you, but there's been some really deep truth, really deep connecting with truth, our own personal truth this week. And some really interesting things surfacing and shifting. And I know for me there's been lots of surrender, really surrendering to the truth, you know, and I think sometimes we probably don't realise that we're trying to control things. We might be scared of the unknown that's before us, so we sort of act out or we project our own issues onto others. So there's been lots of big, it's almost like lots of mirrors coming up all around us this week that have really revealed the truth, if we're willing to see it. So we have to have courage to be able to admit that we're wrong, for example, and to be able to see the truth, and to apologise or correct an error that we may realise that we made unintentionally, but nonetheless we did it, so we need to take responsibility. So these types of really big things have been sort of taking place this week. So I'm very interested to see what the cards have in store for us, or what they want to guide us with. Very accurate last week. So let's get started. I'm shuffling the cards. So our theme last week, we had three cards. We had the Cobra Bite, which was about a surprise or a shock, and also about truth. So some type of surprise or shock that happened. It could have been news that was aligned with truth. There was the lunar cycle, which was talking about 1 month, and then we had the sea eagle, and the sea eagle was about reconnection with ourselves, reconnection with others, reconnection with our life, and also reconnection to spirit, and maybe reconnecting to other things, our truth. There's lots of things we can reconnect to. So let's now look for the best cards for this week ahead. So I'm shuffling the cards and I'm asking the cards out loud. I would usually do this in my head, but out loud I'm asking the cards to show us, the majority of us, what we need to know for this week ahead, starting Wednesday the 15th of February through to Tuesday the 21st of February 2023. And I'm lucky I've got a table right out in front of me, so I can place my cards right down here. So the best cards for this week, 15th, 21st of February. Okay, so I'm going to lay them face down here, and we will see what we've got. We've got lots of Speed of Light again. Probably all Speed of Light, actually. Yes, all Speed of Light. We've got 7 Speed of Light Oracle cards. So the Speed of Light Oracle are very much blunt, direct, to the point, and very much aligned with our truth. So we might be continuing, but let's just see, continuing with what we've sort of been going through, but let's just see what we've got here. Oh, we've got one featured card, the Lizard. The Lizard here has further instructions which say to take out the third card from the top of the deck. So I go back to my deck and I go down to another Speed of Light Oracle, which is Healed. So we'll talk about that much later because that's at the very end of the reading. So starting the reading week, Wednesday the 15th of February, and we have the support card, card 35. It says comfort, loved ones, and reassurance. There's a lot of support that wants to come in for Wednesday. So we might be coming in and around someone who's weak or sick or ill at this time to support them. So that's probably something some of us are doing. That's what I'll be doing today. So I can very much relate to this. So there's a lot of comfort coming in for those who are struggling or unwell right now. Now, if you're one of those people who are struggling or unwell at this time, then sending you lots of love, and maybe feel or ask for or call on the support that you need. You know, there's this strong feeling of togetherness that's arising this week, meaning sort of coming off this last reading week, that with all the truth and all the really deep things that have been happening, there is great support that's arising from this, and togetherness and teamwork and working together, a sense of family, especially for those who are struggling or who are really unwell, perhaps even at the end of their life at this time. So, you know, we're being called to step up and support, and we're also being called to step up and ask for the support if we need it. So reassure yourself, especially on Wednesday, if you're feeling alone or you feel like you're doing everything on your own. Are you really? And are you on some level pushing help aside or pushing help away? So if you need help, admit it to yourself and ask for it, and then let it come. If someone you know needs your support, step up and offer. They may refuse, they may welcome. It's not up to us to push ourselves onto others, but we can offer and let them choose if they want. So let's be careful that we're not sort of pushing support away. Let's reassure ourselves that it's there. So that's a really supportive card to have for Wednesday. Then we move to Thursday, the 16th of February. And we have, for some reason I just thought, yeah, I thought it was a different day. I thought today was a different day. Don't mind me. So I just had a bit of a thought for a second. Card 12 called Floating. Welcome everyone. It says spontaneous, calling, mental break and escape. This is about taking a break, a mental break, stepping away from our everyday stuff. It may be a choice that we make. It may be something that we're just doing anyway. And to really enjoy this break, this almost detachment from the everyday stuff that we deal with. So let's embrace the opportunity in the detachment. And if we need a break, let's look at how we might be able to make that happen. So it could be a short break, a walk, a drive somewhere, or a trip somewhere for an hour. It could be a night away. It could be a weekend away. Whatever it is that you are able to do that works for you in your schedule and your situation, then a break may be helpful to help you get a new perspective. And that's usually what this card is about. It's about taking a break so that we can come back refreshed and renewed with a new perspective, and maybe a new perspective we didn't even know we needed until we got back into our everyday stuff. So take a break if needed. You might be like me and taking a break now. Unintentionally, I'm here away in the caravan just because it was going to be easier with all the meetings and things I've got happening this week. And I've actually found that this has been very personally healing and a way for me to detach just from the stuff at home, which I love. It's not bad stuff at all. So sometimes just taking a break from our everyday surroundings can give us that push we need to shift perspective or come back refreshed and renewed and revitalized, if that's what we need. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, we can kind of lump together because I can see how the cards are spread out. And it's almost like a rainbow shape, but the 3 cards at the top are sort of aligned together with the others down the side. So these are the cards for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. They seem to be connected or linked in. So Friday we have the Chakra Activate card. It's card 7 and it says Upgrade, New Level, Initiation, Initiation and Celebrate. So this is a moving to the next level kind of card. It is cause for celebration. It might be a sense of joy because something perhaps has happened that brings us joy, that helps us feel uplifted. Maybe a reunion of sorts, or a sense of moving into a new level in our life. Maybe we return from our detachment or our break that we needed with that new perspective, and carrying that fresh, new, bountiful energy with us back into our everyday life. So if your life or if things have been feeling like you're going around the hamster wheel and it's just one thing after another, maybe it might be helpful for you to take a short break. To take that short break so that you can come back feeling more uplifted. So it might be something to celebrate too on Friday for some of us, maybe an anniversary or birthday of some sort. And then Saturday the 18th, we've got card 19 called Integration. We haven't seen this for a little while. It says settling, grounding, nature and calm. Oh, this is calm. This is energy that's feeling settled. This is a time of integration, of groundedness, of reconnecting to the things that are really, truly important. The things about life, the people around us, the people that are there, the things that we do have, the things that we can enjoy, the good health we may be very lucky to be experiencing. So there is this sense of coming back down to earth on Saturday, and a feeling here of integration, integrating perhaps the recent things we've been dealing with or working through or learning. Especially, I don't know if you've been a bit like me, but this has been a big learning week, huge, really deep connection of truth this last week, or especially this last sort of 5 days or so. So there is this sense after a big period of realization, we go through a period of integration. So that's where we let that new energy settle into our body and our life. And we allow those broken habits the habits that we've broken to stick, that sort of thing. So really letting things settle. Some of us may feel like we just want to sort of maybe even rest or be in nature on Saturday. And we may even feel a bit slow moving as the energy integrates and sort of settles into our body and into our life. On Sunday, the 19th of February, we have the Elementals card, card 30. And it says blessings, abundance, prayer, and opening. And this is the abundance card. So this is abundance coming in. Abundance can come in many forms. It can come in the form of good health, opportunities, money or extra finances, savings or discounts. It's basically abundance to me is when we're in good flow and things are flowing reasonably well for us. So Sunday potentially has this energy of good flow, of abundance. Maybe we will find, or find sounds like a silly word now after I've said it, maybe we will connect with the money that we need for something. Maybe we find that things move quite well and there's quite an uplifting energy to Sunday. We do need to consider, though, that we need to stay open to receiving the abundance that we need. Because if we're closed off, it's like when I was talking about this card at the very beginning of the reading week, the support card. If you want support and you're stressed inside yourself because no one's supporting you, just notice how many people might actually, or how many people or things, doesn't have to necessarily be people, that are wanting to support you. because we have this weird way of pushing support away when we need it most. So just make sure you're not too closed off this week, and that you're nice and open to receiving the support you need. Open and honest with yourself and maybe with others that you need help, that you need support, or that you are open to the abundance that is, it's always going past your door. It's like a stream, a road that's always going, and there's always abundance flowing past your door. It's whether your door is open or closed to the abundance that's there and available. So just make sure you're open. Let's make sure we're open, especially Wednesday and Sunday, to the abundance and the support that we need. Monday, the 20th of February, we've got the stag, the sad stag. It's card 49, and it says lost, help, guide, path, and discouraged. So some of us may feel on Monday a bit flattened, a bit discouraged, and maybe this feeling or this thought, this worry that we're off track somehow, that we've gone off our path. And of course, as you know, if you've been watching my work for a while, and I say reasonably regularly, you can never be off your path. We can't be off our path because it's our path. So it's our mind, our lower mind, that makes us think that our path is over there, or we've taken a wrong turn, or we're going backwards, or this isn't our path at all. So just be careful that your lower mind, your worry and your insecurities and your fear, and perhaps your lack of alignment with yourself and your path, is making you think that something's wrong with where you are or your path itself. Now, if something isn't right though, we do need to remain aware of that so we can make changes if needed, because there are times when our path doesn't resonate with us anymore, and we may not be aligned with it because our heart isn't in it any longer. So if we need to face the facts, the truth, that our path is coming to an end in this particular situation, then that may be something we need to acknowledge and perhaps do something about, or set a plan in place if needed. But don't be discouraged in general. Don't be discouraged. Get yourself back on track. Get yourself back aligned with your path. Maybe because there's been so much happening and so much change on a very personal level lately in these last few weeks, maybe our path has changed a bit. Maybe where we were going and what our path looked like, say 3 weeks ago, is a little bit different now, especially by the time we get to Monday. So maybe we still think a part of us is still going through the motion of the other path. So if things have changed and we've changed, then we need to adapt and we need to adjust ourselves and kind of recalibrate to get back on our path that may have shifted direction a little bit or a lot. So maybe on Monday we need to just give consideration to our path, our journey, ourselves, our thoughts, where are they placed at this time, and make sure they're in alignment and that we are going ahead, we are moving forward on that life's path. So now on Tuesday the 21st, we've got these two cards. They've come up together for a reason. And let's look at them separately. Then we'll look at their relationship together. It's card 3 called the Lizard. Thanks, Laura. The Lizard says optimism, appearances, delusion, and illusion. Things may not be as they seem, is the Lizard's message. We're being encouraged to look under the bonnet, or whatever you call it, in your country of the vehicle if we're thinking of buying one. Make sure we read the fine print of any contracts. Make sure we know all of the information before we proceed. This card's not saying don't proceed. It's suggesting that we need a bit more information so that we can have more of an idea of the bigger picture. So be careful of taking things at face value on Tuesday. We may need to look a little bit deeper. And it comes up with the Healed card, card 34. And the Healed card says golden light, wounds, blocks and dissolve. This is about healing, especially healing in regards to our physical body and what our physical body needs. Of course, if you're quite deeply connected with self-healing like I am, then it could also be connected with your self-healing. But it tends to be quite the physical healing card. So this is talking about what our body needs or what we need to heal, to release, to let go of, and to come to terms with, is the feeling in our life. So things may not be as they appear, especially in regards to our healing, to our physical body and what our physical body is going through on Tuesday for some of us. So if you've got some strange things happening in your body, you may need to get more information. Talk to an expert. Try not to read between the lines or jump to conclusions prematurely without getting more information or more facts. And you know, I try to remind myself, especially when there's situations happening that are a bit stressful, and maybe myself or someone I love is waiting on results or something like that. I try not to worry until I have the information. So I don't want to jump to any conclusions as best as I can until I have the facts. So it might be some good advice for some of us. Just be careful not to jump too far ahead without the facts. So there are our cards for this week. So maybe a bit of a continuation in some ways from last week, as things integrate and settle and we really work out how much we've changed probably in the last couple of weeks. How much have we changed? We'll probably realise that when we return back to our everyday life and do our everyday things. So I'm going to pull a theme card before I go. Before I do, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have enjoyed this connection, this video, please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment, please share if you're inspired to. And if you would like to connect more privately, please send us a message through our website. So the big news is, which I haven't told anyone yet, is that we have paid our customs for the Healing Energy cards. The Healing Energy cards deck 1 and 2, they've basically cleared customs. They should probably have received our customs payments and our taxes and all that we've had to pay to get them into the country. They should have received that by today, really. So we are expecting to hear news in the next day or two that the cards have left the port and are on their way to us. So once we know that, we should have an ETA, which could be in around 2 to 3 weeks. So the Healing Energy cards have opened for pre-orders. We've been waiting for them for years, and they are just about on our shores. So if you'd like to pre-order some Healing Energy cards, please have a look on my website, templeofbalance.com.au. We will be having an online launch like I do with all of my decks and books. So I will confirm the date for that in the next few days. You can also grab some of these decks, my Animal Kingdom Oracle cards and my Speed of Light Oracle cards, which I can't even find now, on my website. They are available now. There's also our classes coming up. Next Friday on the 24th of February is my next card reading club and my next online art class. So if you'd like to join us for that or either of those or both, that would be great. And if you want to learn more about me and the work I do at Temple of Balance, please visit templeofbalance.com.au. Thank you for your support. Your support is essential in helping me be able to keep doing my work here and share with you. So thank you so much. So let's look for our best theme card. The theme card will help bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for this week. So I'm looking for the best card for the theme for Wednesday the 15th of February through to Tuesday the 21st of February 2023. Okay, the best theme card for the majority of us is this. Oh, we've got an Animal Kingdom. We have this. Oh, look. Can you believe it? The highest vibrating card in the entire deck of 110 cards we have just pulled for our theme. This is the Spirit Dragon. It's card 26. And it says heightened energy. So if you're new to my videos or my work, the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards here with a line on the front has 5 dragon cards. of the elements, and the highest of those guys is the spirit dragon. So this is adding a heightened energy for this week, a general sense of upliftment and good energy. This is a really good time to really confront things, to confront ourselves, to get back on track, to make changes, to start new things as well, to meet new people, to deepen relationships and connections with other people, to connect with your loved ones in spirit, or to work with spiritual energy more if that's something that you want to take deeper. If you want to learn something new, this would be a great week to do so as well. So the spirit dragon basically amplifies everything and it uplifts everything. This is a powerful time for us personally, but we have to be honest with ourselves. We really have to be honest with ourselves. I found it really interesting this week. I'm brutally honest with myself, and even sometimes I catch myself and it's like, oh, I didn't realize I felt that way, or oh, I didn't realize I was actually scared about this thing and I was projecting it, and I thought other people were scared of something, but it was actually me. And I found these things very interesting, where I've been pretending to myself, that everything's okay in a certain area where perhaps it hasn't been. So this brutal honesty has been really quite eye-opening. And what I've noticed this week are things that people have been telling me, or things that I know about others, and seeing them actually pretend and lie to other people when I'm present is a massive eye-opener. I see a lot of people not being honest with themselves about really little things. So I think we need to be, or what I'm noticing as a really important thing right now, is brutal, open honesty with ourselves. And that will then ripple out into our relationships and connections with other people and our life situations. Can we be anything other than honest? And if we're not, then we're probably pretending or lying to ourselves. Or even, this projection too of our issues onto others can be extremely toxic. But actually, if we hold up the mirror and project and look at what we're projecting at others, and we point it towards ourselves, we can 9 times out of 10 see that we actually hold that flaw that we've been seeing in others. So this is a really powerful time of honesty, and I encourage you, if it's important to you to be honest, and it's important to you to live your truth, then please be honest with yourself and be honest in your interactions. Don't hide an error. Admit that you're wrong. Apologize if you need to apologize for something that you've done wrong, that you didn't mean to, but it was not the right thing to do. Recognize that about yourself and do the right thing, so that we can help create a place, a world of honesty. Because I do feel it, to me anyway, personally, it's super important. So thanks so much for watching. Have a fantastic week ahead. I'll be back to share with you again soon. I will be connecting with Pillar of Light members tomorrow for our healing event for February. And I can't remember what else is coming up because I've pretty much been away for the whole week. So I will connect with you again soon. Take care of yourself, and sending you lots of love. Bye for now. Thank you.